You're looking in my Emacs editor at the working file servlet.ws.txt. This summarizes the new version of the prediction service. For reference, I'll call this Predictions 2. It's a RESTStyle service, as was the original version, but this one uses an HTTP servlet and two back-end POJO classes. The two back-end classes are similar to the originals, but there have been some revisions. We'll get a look at that source code pretty quickly. The major changes are these. First, the revision supports all of the CRUD operations. So we can create new predictions, edit existing predictions, get a list of all of the predictions, or get a list that includes just a single prediction for inspection. Further, the response payloads can be in XML or JSON as proof of concept. Now, the working files include predictions2.war, which is ready to deploy, but I'm going to redeploy it just by way of review. Finally, I've got some curl commands, a suite of 10 of them. I've put those in a Perl script to make it easy to run them. In the very worst case, you could run these curl commands independently to verify that the revised prediction service is doing what it's supposed to do. If you're on a Unix-type machine, a Mac, a Linux machine, you have Perl. I've included here, as you can see, the URL for ActiveState, which has a very nice and free implementation of Perl for Windows. Here, in any case, is that Perl script I was talking about. The syntax is unimportant. The important thing is you can see in this little list, I've got some GET requests, POST requests, PUT requests, DELETE requests. I'm going to run this script after deploying the Predictions 2 service in order to confirm that the service does what we think it should do. And in this case, that means supporting the CRUD operations. To that end, let me open up a terminal window. And just by way of review, let me confirm that I've got my build script there. So I'm going to go ahead and deploy this service. So ant-d warn name equals predictions 2, and I'm going to ask that this be deployed to Tomcat. So the build takes just a second. You get confirmation that this is done. Now what I'm going to do is run these Perl tests. So Perl, and I've called the test curl test.pl. Oops, I thought I'd call it that. Curls test. Perl curls test.pl. Okay. So the very first test is going to do a get against the service, and we should see a list of all of the predictions in XML. I hit return, and you see basically the end of that list. So for example, Hiram down here is the last predictor, and this silliness up above is what Hiram predicts for e-business. I hit return. The next command is going to confirm that I can do a get on a given request. So instead of reading all of them, I can read one at a time if I so choose. And here you can see you've got a prediction from Devin. We've seen him before. And up above, balance, clear thinking, blah, 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 is Devin's prediction. So I'm highlighting it just for emphasis. I'm going to do the same thing now, but get JSON payloads instead of XML. So just to confirm that the service does that, you can see simply by eyeballing that this is JavaScript object notation, not XML. I can do it for all predictions or for a single prediction. So here's the prediction with ID 11. This is from Lenny Fink, and up here in JSON format is yet another of these predictions. This is now a big one. So this is a post request. This is a request in effect to add a new prediction to the list. So I've taken a line from a T.S. Eliot poem. We're going to run this one. I get back a very simple XML document confirming that the prediction has been added. But just to make sure, we're going to do a read all request once more. And you can see down here at the bottom, the predictor is T.S. Eliot, and the prediction is the one we just added to the list. So the post command works. I'm now going to do a put. So I'm going to edit the prediction that I've just added. And I got a confirmation that prediction 33 has been edited. Again, we're going to get a list of all of them to confirm. And you can see down here that the editing has indeed taken place. The final CRUD operation, of course, is the delete. So we're going to delete the prediction that was just created. I hit return. I get a confirmation that the prediction has been removed. Just to make sure, we'll do yet another get all. And you can see we're back to the original list with the prediction from Hiram being the very last one. And that basically concludes the script. So what we've done in this lesson is a very brief overview of what Predictions 2 is going to look like. I've run some tests against it to confirm that the service really does support the CRUD operations.